So you came into this physical body to explore all of this magnificent contrast. And out of it, you are launching these rockets of desire that are preceding you vibrationally. And you, in your thought, right here, right now, where all of your power is, you have the opportunity to line up with that rocket right here, right now. You don't do it very often because the rockets of desire are often new, faster moving, higher frequency vibrations than you are accustomed to offering. So you're usually not really up to speed with the desire that is just hatched within you. But friends, you've had plenty of time to get up to speed with a whole lot of desires that you've hatched. There are so many things that are in what we are calling your vibrational reality. Your vibrational reality, we like to call it this vortex of creation. You've launched these rockets, and there is a vibrational version of the dollars you want, of the financial well-being you want, of the physical wellness that you want, of the clarity you want, of the loving relationships that you want. You've launched these rockets about your empires and about your work, about the things that ring your bells. You've launched these rockets, and there is a vibrational version that exists, that is a reality, that the source within you is focused upon consistently and constantly, that if you will feel for the frequency of it, you will have joy in the moment. It will be as if it is manifested, because in a sense, you will have achieved vibrational alignment with it. And then what happens? It begins to transform itself right before your eyes into a reality that is tangible. But you got to be able to feel it and be happy about feeling it even before you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. That really is what this gathering is here to help you to remember. We call it the art of allowing. And what it really means is bringing yourself deliberately to a place of allowing the frequency of who you really are, in order to allow that frequency, those ideas, those experiences, those relationships, those moments in time, those rendezvous, those experiences to move from a vibrational reality into a manifested reality where you feel them out, where they flesh themselves out right before you. We want you to know that if you could stand in your now and get out ahead of the manifestation by anticipating it rather than by noticing that it hasn't come yet, if you could make that one slight, very soft, it'll take a little practice, adjustment to the way you are looking at life, not only will so many of the things that you've been waiting for manifest for you, but every moment of your day will be one of those joyful moments where you are anticipating the unfolding, where you are in on, where you're in on it, where you are in on it. We watch you in your creative endeavors, and we know how much fun it is for you in your action. It's really satisfying for you to have an idea about something and then have a hand in watching it come, or have a hand in making it come into reality. You want your yard to be beautiful, and there's a satisfaction in getting the equipment and grooming your yard. You want beautiful flowers surrounding your front porch. There's a satisfaction in picking them out and bringing them in and preparing the soil and putting them there and watering them and nurturing them. It's fun to have that hand in that. You want to write a book. It's fun to take notes of ideas that are coming and comments that are coming from others. It's fun to write it down. It's fun to sit before your contraptions and write upon the page. It's fun to do that. It's all kinds of fun to do that, to have those hands-on experiences in your creative experience. But there's a whole creative experience that most of our physical friends are missing altogether. And it's the molding of the clay that goes like this. I'm standing in a place without something I want. And the more I miss it, the more I want it. And in my desire, I'm shooting off rockets of desire that have already become it, as fast as the rocket goes. Source, unbeknownst to me, because I'm a mortal, I'm a human who has not been paying attention to vibration. I've just been doing what people tell me to do for a really long time. And I care about being appreciated, and so I try hard to please them all, but there are a lot of them, and they're finicky and fickle. And so I launch a lot more rockets of desire than I actually manifest, but it's sort of the way it is, and it's sort of the way it is for everybody around me, so it's not too bad. I'm doing all right. So I've launched this rocket of desire. I've launched this powerful rocket of desire, and I'm not a vibrational match to it whatsoever because I'm more aware of where I stand in relationship to it, and what I want isn't. So I've joined a blog. I talk about, I have my own blog. I talk about it. More and more people are joining it and reading about it. And a lot of people that agree with me because they don't have what I want either. And the more we talk, the more we launch these rockets, and the more the vortex fills in, the faster the energy moves, the more powerful it is calling me. And the more powerfully it calls me, the worse I feel when I don't go. So I complain more and more and more and more and more because what I want has not yet come. Now we want to help you to understand that that's sort of the basis of the launching of all rockets of desires. But the true creative fun is to recognize that I'm not a match to what I want, not now while I feel negative emotion. And the reason that I know that I'm not a match to what I want is because I'm feeling negative emotion. My negative emotion is telling me that there is a vibration that I'm not up to speed with. That's what the negative emotion is about. So now I start molding the clay. I recognize my negative emotion means I'm not in the vibrational vicinity of what I want. So even though it is already actualized vibrationally, I'm not in a position to see it because I'm not tuned to the frequency. It can't be a revelation to me yet because I'm off the vibrational beam of it. Now we know you don't want to talk about revelation and you don't want to talk about manifestation in that sense, but you gotta, because that's the way it is. Everything is a vibration first. And what you do is you tune your frequency so you are the interpreter of the vibration. So there is this vortex of creation of all kinds of things that I want. And this one particular one that I'm focused in opposition to right now is giving me grief because I'm feeling a lot of negative emotion over I want it, but it's not coming. I want it, but it's not coming. I want it, but it's not coming. I want it, but it hasn't been coming. They've got it. They've got it. They've got it. Hate them, hate them, hate them. I want it, but it's not coming. But now I'm going to start molding the clay because I understand now how this creative universe is working. And so I know that this negative emotion is my indicator that I'm not in the vibrational vicinity of this thing that I want. So I'm going to try to find thoughts that soothe my vibration. I'm looking for thoughts that give me relief. But the more I think about the specifics about what I want, the more I notice that what I want isn't. So I have to get general about it. I have to say things to myself like, this too is on its way to me, or this thing that I do not want is passing, or things are working out for me, or that there are some things that are going to come into place before I actually see it, or those others that have had the excitement of the manifestation of that were at one time very likely right where I'm standing. This is the process. So I soothe myself in my physical format. I soothe myself and I feel better about it. And in that moment, I raised my vibration deliberately. And because I raised my vibration deliberately, I have a new set point, which means I have a new vibrational relationship to what's in my vortex, which means now a different set of circumstances are going to reveal themselves to me because I've shifted my vibration in relationship to what I want. You see how it works?